Now to West Asia, where one question is doing the rounds. How close is Iran to making a nuclear bomb? I'll tell you why I ask this. You see, Iran's nuclear program is making rapid progress. It is testing missiles at breakneck speed. Its uranium enrichment level is close to 90%. Now remember, uranium is used to make bombs, among other things, and 90% enrichment is weapons grade. To make a bomb, this is the level you need, 90%. Tehran's activities have given a fresh headache to the West. The United States has raised an alarm, specifically this man, Colin Kahl. He is the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy. Kahl has made a shocking revelation. He says Iran will need about 12 days to assemble the material to make a bomb. Just 12 days. Listen to this.
Iran's nuclear progress since we left the JCPOA has been remarkable. Back in 2018, when the previous administration decided to leave the JCPOA, it would have taken Iran about 12 months to produce one bomb's worth of fissile material. Now it would take about 12 days.
From 12 months to 12 days. We cannot verify this claim, but Kahl's statement is worth looking at. He's possibly the first U.S. official to give a specific timeline of how quickly Tehran can put together a bomb. It's something that top officials in Washington have only guessed in the past. Take Robert Malley, for instance. He's America's envoy to Iran. He said Tehran would take, quote unquote, a handful of weeks to make a bomb. So what really is the deal with Iran and uranium? And how has Tehran been able to boost its capabilities? Just last month, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, gave the world an update. It found that Iran's nuclear facilities had enriched uranium to about 84%. Now, for the last couple of years, it was 60%. Last month, it became 84%, and 84% was a problem because it took Iran dangerously close to the 90% weapons grade mark, meaning Iran can now use this material to produce an atomic bomb easily, if and when it chooses to. Tehran, of course, has been denied these charges. It says it is willing to cooperate with the IAEA.
Iran has been committed to the Non-Proliferation Treaty and Safeguards Agreements. Conducting professional cooperation with the IAEA remains an important principle for Iran to maintain contact and deepen cooperation with the agency.
Now to the next question. How is Tehran being able to ramp up its nuclear arsenal? The answer lies in the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, a deal signed between Tehran and a bunch of world leaders, including the US. This deal sought to rein in Iran's nuclear ambitions. It had to reduce the stockpile of uranium by 98% in order to have economic sanctions lifted. 3 years later, in 2018, the US junked the deal under Donald Trump. It reimposed economic sanctions on Iran. Tehran retaliated by doubling down on its nuclear program. Then Biden took over as US president. They've been talking about reviving the deal, but it's a dead horse. Washington now says Iran is not willing to engage.
We continue to believe that with regard to the nuclear program, the most effective, sustainable way to deal with the challenge it poses is through diplomacy. But in this moment, those efforts are on the back burner because Iran is simply not engaged in a meaningful way.
Tehran's nuclear ambitions are a story in itself. It's been trying to boost its stockpile since 2018. Then came the war in Ukraine. It gave Iran a shot in the arm. How did that happen? Because this was the time when Iran strengthened its ties with Russia, more specifically military ties. Tehran and Moscow forged a military partnership, and a rather convenient one. Iran is said to have delivered hundreds of kamikaze drones to help Russia fight Ukraine. These are deadly drones that explode on impact. The Iranian list includes the Shahid 136 drones, the Fateh 110, and the Zulfagar missiles. They're all said to be in Moscow's inventory now. And what does Iran get in return? Apparently, it's seeking Russia's help to acquire additional nuclear materials. This is Washington's assessment.
Well, it's moving at a pretty fast clip in a very dangerous direction right now. And what we also see are signs that, Russia is proposing to help the Iranians on their missile program and also at least considering the possibility of providing fighter aircraft to Iran as well. So it's, quite disturbing.
So will Russia provide the wings to Iran's potential nuclear bombs? The story, we say, is still developing.